Alrighty. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the BNR Racing Network. As we are live back here again on a Tuesday night for the season opener of the BNR Truck Series. It's been a long 2 months that these boys have been waiting to get back and going. So, Texas, we are here, and alongside of me is Will. Hello, sir.
Hello, Brian. Yes, indeed, Texas, the Lone Star State. So many great sporting facilities and racing facilities in Texas. The Texas World Speedway used to be a good racing complex to have different types of racing series come to Texas, and then now you also have the Texas Motor Speedway, so another SMI owned ran track. So let me. I'm a little bit behind
You're
this
alright.
evening, Brian. My
No,
apologies.
you're good. One quick
So
thing, we do have a new rule now that these guys are going to do here and on the cup side of things. We call them quickie yellows, so anything under 10 laps, it is get in the pits, fix your stuff, 2 to go is instantly 1 to go. Anything more than 10 laps complete, these drivers will do a full course yellow. So that's something that we keep an eye on, and also we do not do any stages. It is from green flag all the way to the end. So I know a lot of leagues that we broadcast for normally do stages, and they do a lot of different things too as well. Will.
yes, and that's what separates each league from the rest of. There's so many leagues out here. Like we know, uh, you have the most famous one is the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Official League, and their season finale is this evening, and apparently everybody under the sun is watching it.
That's right, they are at ISU.
Yes. I didn't know I had so many people that followed that I had followed on Twitch that was also basically watching along or taking part in this race. Interesting. But it's back to Texas Motor Speedway here for the BNR season opener for the Truck Series this evening. Originally founded 1997. Broke ground.
Sorry.
You're good. First race held here back in '97. Kart, IndyCar, IMSA. So many racing series have ran here. The North American Drift Challenge races here on the they used to. I don't know if they still hold drift competitions or not, but on the infield, Brian, the road course, the Roval configuration, the infield. If we had a track map to bring up, or if I could show you the track map, the inside of the road course there that they do their little drifting competitions. A lot of famous things have happened here at Texas. The first ever race held here, they all went into turn one and crashed. 2 years in a row in the spring race, they did that. Don't know why they would want to do that, but anywho, that's a very famous thing. Jeff Burton won the first 2 races held here. Jack Roush, racing for Jack Roush. That's a Cup Series side of things. Kurt Busch had a massive, hard impact here in the
didn't he have a bad wreck?
Yes, and the Craftsman Truck Series, basically going into turn one, it got up from underneath him and pretty much head first into the wall, probably doing about $160 back in the day, if not faster, because you were able to carry so much more speed through turns 1 and 2, unlike what you are today. You have to really back up the entry to turn 1. Turns 1 and 2, very different from 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is very free flowing, and turns 1 and 2 you have to, like I just said, back up those corner entries there. So
Starting grid?
the banking
Absolutely.
once
Oh, go ahead.
banking in turns 1 and 2. It's a bit of progressive banking of up to 20 degrees. Turns 3 and 4, 24 degrees. So that's also what makes the corners different. 5 degrees of banking on the straightaways. And yes, Brian, you do have the starting grid.
Yes, sir. So starting P1, awesome job by Mr. Bridgman there. His first pole, I do believe, in the BNR trucks. I cannot remember, but Philip Bridgman is starting on pole. P2 is Mike Slacker. Oh, boy, we're just going to call him Mike. He's a newbie. Then we got Troy Daggett P3, Joshua Highball P4. P5 is Brandon Moore. P6 is Will Roberts, Will's doppelganger. P7 will be Dave Perry. P8 will be Justin Steves. P9 will be Cameron Smith. P10 will be Nathan Line. P11 will be Xavier, a.k.a. Anime. P12 will be Pete Woodrum. P13 will be J.D. O'Brien. P14 will be Aaron Bradford. P15 will be Mark Berry. P16 will be Evan and Mick. P17 will be Ernest King. P18 will be Tyler King. P19 will be Christopher Campbell. P20 will be Tyler Myers. P21 will be Robert Amaral. P22 will be JP. P23 will be Matthew Huntsaker. P24 will be Joe Stipe. P25 will be Anthony Line. P26 will be Josh Small. P27 will be Paul Lawson. P28 will be Kevin Roy. And P29 will be Jason Adams.
Almost a full field and a very tight net, just about qualifying. Everybody has to lay down a lap, and even the ones that don't want to really lay down a lap, you still got to. So you see the times. Everybody has times. Xavier, that is Tyler. That is one of the many Tylers. Is there a way to change his name in your league to where we could just call him Tyler Xavier? Like, or like Xavier Tyler or something, like he could just have two first names. That could be his stage name for us. You see what I'm getting at?
I would have to ask him if that would be okay.
We don't have to ask him. That is okay, because I can't pronounce his last name, so we're just going to call him Tyler Xavier or Xavier Tyler, whichever rolls off the tongue better. I don't need permission to get permission from that man.
I know.
That's silly. That's one of my many brothers from another mother. So many great battles I have had on track with that man.
Yes, Austin. 1 and 2 are. Oh God, thing 1 and thing 2 are 8th and 9th. Oh yes, Cameron and Justin. I just caught on to that. Oh boy, this will be a doozy. Who gets going into the pits first? Is it Justin Steves or Cameron Smith?
At the moment, it doesn't look like we're going to have a back-to-back BNR Truck Series champion this season, Brian, because his name was forsaken me. He has not shown up tonight. He was one of the.
Troy Daggett got
He is. Troy is here tonight.
Yeah, he's in 3rd.
Green flag.
Oh, my apologies. I'm just throwing Troy under the bus. Green flag is out here in the BNR season opener here at Texas Motor Speedway. I almost said World Speedway. So, oh boy, Brandon Moore doing his best Dylan Hart Jr. impersonation, trying not to at least. So, here we go. Almost a full field of competitors here, 29 competitors to start this race off. I think Nathan Lyon started from the pit lane. So, hello, Austin out there in the chat. How you doing tonight, bud? Went to Raising Cane's. It is fantastic. I went to Bojangles, Brian. I hated it. All that big talk that Cameron and everybody else had about putting Bojangles over, even Dale Jr. I would love to slap Dale Jr. with a biscuit from Bojangles.
But anyway, Will, as you know and I know, and also Austin knows, turn 1 and 2 is a lot different than 3 and 4. So
yeah, I'm sorry. I just love to cut you off at the pass. There's so many ways about going about turns 1 and 2. You can have a late arc in, which means you're going to not really get to the bottom of the track, or you could back up the corner. Well, I'm glad you do. You could back up the corner. Oh, my bad. You don't. I didn't hear that. All I heard was do. So you could back up the entry to turn one to where you can get to the corner, the center of the corner. So a lot of drivers were talking about having a higher run through 1 and 2, see how that may fare. But yeah, Brian, it's typical Texas, as I always like to say.
Well, as we know here last year, they did very good here last year. We got very far into the race before. I'm not even going to say it, but yeah, hopefully we can do from green to checker. That would be awesome. That would be amazing.
Yeah, so much. So many things can happen during a race. Sometimes it goes caution free. Runaway winner looks like it could happen, but then things happen. So
And
I know.
yes, all hell raising cane. Sorry. I was just.
Yes, I know. You got to read aloud.
That was actually
Troy
confusing,
Daggett.
so.
I know. I was reading it in my head. Troy Daggett taking over the lead from Philip Bridgman after Philip getting the pole here. So Troy looking to go back to back here. It looks like I said, threw him under the bus early. So yeah, just gonna have to keep an eye on thing 1 and 2 tonight. I do have to agree, Austin. So, but Bridgman fighting back in the 2. He should have really find some Kevin Harvick
Right.
Incorporated paint schemes to run. I'm
That's
gonna
what
have
I'm
to get
saying.
after him. I'm gonna have to either get after him or tell him find some Jimmy Spencer paint schemes. I didn't know he was in the 2 truck, bro, or I would have been like, hey,
Yeah, on the cup side, he's the.
man, look at Troy. Troy is really cutting that grass there. He's the 88 in the Cup Series, right?
No, he is the
He-
84. I
he-
believe that's Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, okay, yep, okay.
Which we'll
10-4.
see Sunday, Will, at Kansas. So, yes, that's your double duty stint.
Yeah, just hope, races get done in time and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You and your wacky scheduling. Who was in the Cookie Monster machine?
JD.
Who?
JD O'Brien.
Oh, gotcha, 10-4. JD in the house. Man, you hope Justin eats the pit wall. He gonna have to go. He gonna go really far to eat the pit wall. There's no really pit wall here like there is at Homestead or Charlotte. The Charlotte. Bridgman back in the lead, taking the lead back away from Daggett, as we're seeing some good side-by-side action through the field. It looks like it, but it's only 10 laps into the race yet. Roberts, though, you got to keep an eye on him. He's one to watch out. I almost feel like I'm calling myself whenever I have races with the Roberts in them, kind of like last night, but I can't get away from him.
0-0.
Yeah, after running the 13 for a couple of seasons.
Austin Lewis, that's fine. Justin Steves fell back that far, huh?
A lot of drivers, tire conservation, Brian, just trying to save what they can save early on and then maybe charge up through the field. That's always a possibility, like Brandon Moore, for instance. Cameron could just be following Brandon, waiting to see what could happen. I almost called him Josh Berry. He drives just about like him. That's brother Dave, though, in the 56 machine that I was about to be referring to. So a lot of these drivers, you got Highball back here in the 41. A lot of these drivers, they're just biding their time. They're just waiting, even though they are only 3+ seconds back away from the front 4 breakaway at the moment. Daggett, Bridgman, Slater, and Roberts. Man, I need Austin Slayers up in here so we can be slaying it with Slater.
Oh, I didn't even do the race information. Well, I can do that real quick.
Yeah, it's a 200-mile event.
Yeah. So as you see here, Will, Fort Worth, as you already went over it is 68 degrees there with a 91% humidity, partly cloudy with a 17 mile per hour wind gust. 134 laps, 101 miles. They do get 75% fuel this time around, so 5% less. 4 sets of tires, 1 quick fix, and 3 attempts at a GWC. All right, Will, go ahead. It's back to you.
It's awesome. I've got another year, so another chance to get some Kyle Larson IndyCar diecast. And, it's not like, I've always got a chance to get that, right? It's not like, eBay and such, right? But, yes, anyway, 14 laps into this race. The top 4 still the slick.
Right.
Roberts now up to second position. He's jumped 2 positions in 1 lap. Now up behind Daggett.
As you see there, well, as we said, Phillip now is starting to drift away.
Oh, you got a triple-digit truck in here, too?
Yeah.
How about that? 138?
Oh, Kim. Taylor Kim.
Yellow.
Oh, there is a yellow out on the circuit. Gonna have to see what this is for. Is it the Flying Baron, Red Baron here, Snoopy? Hunsaker, looks like that's Matthew Hunsaker.
Yeah.
Oh, man, who's in the 66?
Evan and Mick.
So a Mick.
Yeah,
hey, Mick.
He must have got that air taken off his left rear, which got him to bobble up into Joe, so...
Yeah, that's Joe out there. Now, there is a fast repair still in the BNR Truck Series, right?
Yes, there is.
Okay, I didn't know if you'd taken that away from me or not, so...
Nope.
So we do still have a fast repair here in the BNR Truck Series, and like you say, just aero disturbance there, and he was just trying to make sure that, Matthew was looking on him, just trying to make sure that Matt had enough, within reason to maybe if he wanted to keep going down in that door of opportunity that was open. He wanted to leave that guy down there a lane, so that was good movement for the 66, but unfortunately, just a lot of aero disturbance there. Like you said, the nose could have, the air could have got taken off the side of his truck and just like kind of sucked up into the side of the 00 machine. Did you see the news about Dave Grohl? I think he just wants attention.
Yes, I did see that.
That mother trucker just wanting attention.
I don't know if it's true or not, but yet again, who are we?
Oh, it's got to be true. Dave, he... But, I was talking to my mother. I'm like, rock and roll or rock genre has just been crazy the past few weeks. Somebody's got a Confederate flag pit crew. Heck yeah, Dimebag Darrell. But it's like every week there's like the past few weeks lately, or like every day it's like something new with rock music. Like it's. I'm not saying it's good or bad, right? I'm just saying something new.
There was one of the hot dogs. Huh. That could be. So all these guys were about drivers with that full course. Yellow here. So Phillip Bridgman stays out, bro.
Phillip's staying out here. I mean, maybe the battle plan could be trying to conserve a set of tires. Maybe he might be predesting like more cautions to come. Maybe he thinks It could start a chain reaction of cautions. It's not like something we haven't already seen before that can happen. Cautions can breed cautions. It is a thing. It's true. So got to be mindful of that. You got to get on that caution birth control. So 19 laps will be complete when the pace truck peels off, and we will get the restart here at lap 20. Working our first caution of the evening from contact, a two-truck incident happened in turn 3, bringing out this caution. So I think Philip might have a bunch of wheel spin though on these restarts just from the old tires. Are you lagging or something? What's going on?
Sorry, there we go. No, I guess there must have been like a little spike or something. Which is normal.
So everybody navigating turns 1 and 2 here on this restart. And Philip out here. You sure he didn't pit?
I'm sure he didn't get it.
Man. So it's probably just a matter of time before he just gets passed up here with the fresh tires. We suspect everybody at least is on fresh rubber that pitted behind him.
Yep.
Richard Johns out there in chat. What's crack-a-lackin', bud? So, as we see here, Troy Daggett, Will Roberts gets by Bridgman easily. They have the freshies of the fresh tire along with everybody else, so just have to wait and see how much further down the totem pole and how fast it will happen for Bridgman.
Oh boy. Leave it to Austin.
Oh, that's hilarious. So,
Hey, any support for a driver helps. Absolutely it does.
Mark Berry changed numbers on me. Look at that. Tim Richmond up in the house. Rick Hendrick has one career truck start in the number 25. So I guess we could have called him Rick Hendrick out here. Who's in the 8 truck? That's a nice... oh, never mind. I'm just kidding. Hey, Bradford.
But that is a nice looking 8 truck.
Right? That's a cool take to see. I like seeing, cup paint schemes on trucks, just to see what they look like.
That is anime in that M&M's Halloweeny looking truck.
I think that's the I think that's a Robert Yates paint scheme. Old Robert Yates paint scheme. Elliott Sadler paint scheme.
See here, Bradford and Christopher Campbell will side by side with JP there.
Daggett now falling down to 4th place. Robert, Slater, King have gotten by Daggett. Bridgman down to 5th position. But yes, battles all around, Brian, as you talk about. Sean O'Brien getting a bit loosey-goosey going into turn 1 in a battle with Tyler Myers back here. Everybody changing numbers on me. I'm going to have to yell at them for that. That's terrible.
Right?
Right? Yeah, goodness gracious. At least I have the decency and the dignity to stay with the same number.
I know I switched in the cup.
No, I'm saying I say being the 40. You know,
Oh
like
yeah.
yeah.
You're a doppelganger. Oh yeah, always saying you're 40. Well, he
Yeah.
actually didn't pick a number, so I just stuck him back at a number that he was last season, so it kind of made it a little easier. Boy, well, I'll
It
tell you
fits him.
what,
He drives like Ross Chastain, whatever.
everybody likes going through that grass a little bit, huh?
Yeah, just a little bit. I
I
always
didn't.
thought, here at Texas, they should put like some type of curbing or, some type of rumble strip or
Oh,
something on there.
there's Anime
That's just my opinion.
and Cameron Smith there on the outside of that one machine there of Pete Woodrum. Oh, Anime, that's the wall, buddy.
But he was just trying to give Pete a little bit of extra room there going through the quad oval there on the front straightaways. So no really harm, no foul, so to speak. So
Listen, I'm actually happy for him. He came a long way. It took him less than 3 weeks to get his A-Class license. And he's got his A-Class today when the new season switched over. So I applaud him for doing that. He got majority of the tracks today, so this is a new
he
one
told
for
me.
him.
Yeah, I need to let you finish talking. He told me that he was like, "Yeah, Will, I don't want to get into a league and not be comfortable yet." And I'm like, "Well, the leagues, you ain't gonna harm your rating or nothing. You could get more comfortable in leagues because they don't mean nothing, right? All it really means is really people saying all he can drive or all he can't drive or."
Right.
That's really at the end of the day that's leagues is all about just
Yes.
what's the word it's all about not really ego but bragging rights at the end of the day. There we go. That's close enough to the word I was looking for.
But anyway,
so
Austin says the outside looks pretty strong in 3 and 4. It does, if you can carry that momentum. I'm not too sure how it is on older tires. I mean, we can ask Phillip, but now remember, Will, Phillip is on a whole different strategy than everybody else.
Yeah, he is. He is on something completely different on Jupiter compared to everybody else being on Mars, or should I say the roles are reversed. He's actually on Mars, and everybody else is like Jupiter, Saturn, maybe Pluto, with these fresh tires compared to his that are just on a heat cycle. They 18 lap older tires compared to everybody else, and it's a bold strategy, Cotton, and he was really hoping for at least maybe another quick caution, perhaps. I don't think it was something he maybe meant to do, kind of stay out here. Maybe he did, but yeah, he's dropped down to 8th, basically 8 seconds back from the race lead. And he was on the pole, qualified on the pole for this race, and led a good bit before the caution came out, right? So, all about, that basically started off right at sunset or right after sunset here, and track conditions still slightly change, right? 100 laps to go, Brian.
Yep.
So
30 laps till to the halfway point.
Yes. I was just pointing out 100 laps to go, but
Sorry, didn't
so
cut you off,
no, you're good. 30 to 36 laps on the fuel mileage, so they pitted there at lap 18. So we should be able to see them go to about. Let's try to go to Aaron's and do the math here. What would that be? About lap 48, 50, somewhere around there.
Yes. Phillip's going to come in a little bit earlier, so.
Oh yeah, Philip should be coming in about.
Oh, Cameron.
they had that caution there, he was able to save a little bit. But Philip should be coming in around this lap or maybe to lap 40. Where was Cameron going?
I don't know. I guess he thought Justin was up there maybe. I don't know. He was maybe trying to find out where he was so he could door him into the pits or something like that. Or he must have seen somebody up there he wanted to say hello to, and you know. But Daggett fell back. Xavion is up 5 spots from where he started. So,
there's a 31, but there's not a 31 on the... Oh, yeah, there is. Kevin Roy. But he was near Cameron. I'm so confused. Anyway, Robert, Slater, King, Moore, Mark Berry, Xavion there. That's old Tyler. Anime in the 88. Daggett in the 99 in 7th position, like you just talked about. Campbell sneaking up on him with... see, you changed Jason Pearson, or Jason might have done that himself. But Big Dog there.
Yeah.
Yep. In the 13.
Because how SDK does it is when you pull it up, you can put in whatever you want your name to be. So I guess he did Big Dogs. But on the car, on the truck itself, it is going to say Jason Pearson.
Okay. Yeah, we need to do that with Xavion's name. Mid-race. Let's do it mid-race. So,
that I can't.
Pete Woodrum.
He's got to do it himself.
Okay. Well, you got to be a party pooper, don't you? Nathan Lyon and Pete Woodrum going at it for 10th position as Xavion getting by. He is putting the hammer down. He got by Campbell. He got by Daggett.
Yep, now he's
Philip Bridgman, Matthew
on
Hunsaker. Bridgman had a 14.6 second stop, and Matthew Hunsaker also in the pits as well. I almost want to say that's unscheduled for Matt.
I do too.
Bridgman, like you said, off-kiltered strategy by a good bit, but that could be, in a way, Brian, it might be a better strategy to put yourself in a different position. As long as it can play out, stay green, but, oh boy. Robert Amaro in the 14 number, all these guys.
Right?
Yes?
Next week's going to be interesting with Bristol.
Yes, Bristol's next week. You have to send me the schedules. Again, I got to find them somewhere. If not...
Yeah, I can send them to you.
Okay, thank you. I saved them again when you send them. .43 laps complete here. Will Roberts, after early domination, looked like from Troy Daggett or Philip Bridgman, but that has went by the wayside at the moment, as Roberts up here with a 2 1/4 second lead over Slater, and Ernest King up here in the 24 machine. Brandon Moore and Xavion up there in the 88. Mark Berry, Christopher Campbell, Jason Big Dog Pearson, there we go, in the 13. Troy Daggett and Nathan Lyon rounds out the top 10. Nathan and Pete finally got it settled. Now Pete is having to deal with Cameron finally. He got his ducks in a row and figured out that truck can go faster than what it was. Got out the wall, figured it out, and gets back by Pete as Nathan getting by Troy. Troy's having some type of a problem, it feels like, but just can't quite diagnose it, I guess. But maybe he's just going to have just a solid top 10 night, or maybe the race might come back to him. Either way, these trucks look like they're a handful coming off of turn number 4 like normal. like I said, a typical Texas evening it's turning out to be here.
That it is.
Like Brian said, next week's race will be the Bristol Motor Speedway, that wonderful half mile, the world's fastest half mile, high banked half mile speedway. I was right, there are 231s. Nathan Line is in a Crown Royal, Jamie Murray paint scheme.
Yeah, Nathan Line's supposed to be the 38.
Yeah, it says 38 on the scoring pylon, but he's in, yeah, like I said, he's in some type of a Crown Royal paint scheme. Looks like a Jimmy McMurray. It's a very cursed image because it's a Chevy. I know what paint scheme that is, but it's on the wrong manufacturer, and it's a truck, so it's making my head hurt just a wee bit more than it's supposed to.
I don't know why. I know Joe's quite a few laps down. Hey, he's 18 laps down. I don't know why he didn't quick fix that after up.
Well, he could have forgot that we still had quick fixes, Brian, because it's a question that I asked you earlier, right? Just to make sure we still had a quick fix in the BNR Truck Series. So
yeah, a lot of
we have a couple
wanted to get away with it. I'm like, no, we can't do that to them because
the BNR Truck Series is supposed to be like a feeder stepping stone, you know. Looks like some trucks going a lap down on pace here. Lawson. Oh no, pit stops. Pit stops are happening. Robert Amaro in the pits. It looks like, so maybe green flag stops here actually. So but that doesn't mean that other trucks are getting lapped, because Lane there in the 81, he is in the danger zone. Lawson just got lapped, but Hunsaker and Bridgman have a little bit relatively better tires somewhat. They have at least 10 lap better tires than these competitors that are out here, but a pit cycle is a starting here. After this pit cycle, we will do one of our Crank It Up segments. We might be able to sneak two in tonight, but just waiting now for this pit cycle to be completed. I figured this is about the time when pit stops would happen for green flag action stops. I love being right, Brian. So,
hey, we get to see them though. Oh, well.
Can you look at those temps real quick, bud?
That's what I get for talking them up so much. And this is going to hurt the drivers that just pitted to, get that stop out of the way that they needed so crucially. What happened? What transpired here? Looks like the 8 of Aaron Bradford and Philip Bridgman in the 2. Nope, not them.
I don't know who the... Maybe we can figure it out. Because it just says yellow. Nobody wrecked or anything. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't think anybody did. No, I don't think anybody did.
Well, a mystery caution happening here in the middle of green flag stops. This is definitely going to hurt. So, who will stay out and maybe get a wave around here? Who gets the lap back? like I said, there was a handful of trucks already a lap down, multiple laps down, and so forth.
If you want, maybe we can talk to Will. Want to talk to Will real quick? Yeah, that's
Sure.
fine.
I was taking a sip of some liquid. You know, Pepsi.
Will,
Hello, Will.
Will and Brian in the booth. You got us.
Will here?
Oh, maybe not.
I don't.
Okay,
I don't
well,
think Doppelganger 1 is there.
Okay.
I definitely knew this Will first before I knew the other AMS Will. So AMS Will is Will 2. So
Maybe talk to Chris
which one? There's so many.
Campbell.
Oh, okay. Maybe he might know what the caution's for.
Mr. Campbell, you
Hey.
copy.
I do.
You know what the caution's for?
I'm assuming there's a wreck.
Okay. Well, 10-4. We couldn't find it.
No, I don't
How's
know.
that truck?
I'm just messing with you. I
Yeah.
don't.
How's that truck handling for you? You're inside the top 10 pretty comfortably.
Truck's handling pretty good. It's I'm not loose at all like a lot of them are. Than 10 laps in, man, people are getting tight coming off of one. But I'm just trying to stay on the bottom. We'll see now. Everybody should be kind of equalized out on tires.
Yes, sir. And looks like maybe at least 2 more stops to the finish. Maybe if no more cautions do come out with the way that they've been sprinkled, you think you're going to have to save a little bit, or just pluck the battle plan, Chris?
Oh no, I'll have to save. I've took tires on both stops, so I'm not going to burn them off too bad. My running partner got shuffled to the back on a speeding penalty, so I'm kind of up here by myself now.
Yeah, Jason, is that Jason you were talking about?
Yeah,
Oh man, you got to tell him not to do that.
yeah, he got caught speeding out.
Well, best of luck to you there, Campbell.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Me too.
You too. All right, Christopher Campbell, everybody. Currently 7th position. He was up inside the top 10 before the moment of caution, if we knew what the caution was for. So there is Xavier Tyler up there in 4th position.
Good run for him for just getting the track and just running a couple of laps of practice. But it's like I'm trying to tell him the transitional races are really going to change the car or truck, whatever you're doing. You're going to feel the big difference. So, anyway, we'll have
56.
Start.
Yes, I will. So 56 laps about to be complete. Once the pace truck peels off, it has, rolling into the restart zone. Green flag is out, and we are rolling again here at Texas Motor Speedway. So many trucks on the inside line because penalty of the longest line of them having to either wave around or coming back in and topping off of fuel. I'll get it out in a minute. So it looks like we did have a few drivers take the wave around. Hunsaker and Bridgman both, I know for sure, took the wave around. Brandon Moore, I believe, was the lucky dog, and what's his name? Mark Berry got back on the lead lap. So Sean O'Brien, Tyler Myers, Highball, and Justin Steves all a lap down. Amick and Robert Amaro 3 laps down for some reason. Amick from the getting the fast repair earlier in the race, but Amaro not sure why that is.
Oh,
MRO.
he pitted a little bit earlier.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Robert pitted. Yeah,
You probably weren't
he
here
was
last
trapped.
time. So.
Good point. Thank you, GoldenEye, for catching that.
No, you're fine.
So,
You're good.
yep. Eagle Eye, GoldenEye. Yeah, GoldenEye is a James Bond book. My apologies.
Well, Cameron's getting used to the juice here. Well, as they all get on by him. Boy, I don't think Cameron knows what the heck he wants to do.
So 60 laps about to be complete. And we will now turn to our Crank It Up segment of the night here at the Texas Motor Speedway BNR Truck Series, opening race of the season here. Hopefully everybody enjoys it. So great battling here, just past halfway. And season opener here at Texas Truck Series. A little bit further back in the pack. This is some great racing.
Right it is.
This is just outside the top 10. This is hold on, I'll find it. I just had it. That is
14, 15.
yeah, 13th, 14th. Oh yeah, you were right. 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th, I believe.
No.
Yeah, 17th. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Matthew's a little bit further back with Phil.
Oh boy.
And this is one of the best battles on track. If you don't look at Daggett and Line up there, but they're okay. They have a little bit of separation, and then Xavier and Bradford's a bit close for comfort too. But man, these guys are going at it back here. And like I said, this ain't even the top 10. But that's okay. Now let's look in on that Xavier battle with Bradford real quick, because they are on each other, it looks like, on the scoring. And they are. Here they are, the 88-8 machine. He has the 00 in front of him, putting him another lap down. That's okay. All about them points. At the end of the day, you never know. As long as you show up and log laps and just finish the race, right, Brian? You collect those points, and you can carry them forward throughout the season. Like we have seen Joe finish second or third, fourth in points before by being that Mr. Consistent.
Yes, Will, he has. He came a long ways last year. He started off rocky, but then he really capitalized when he needed to. So. 76 of 134 complete, Will.
Excuse me. So, yes, indeed, 76 laps complete. Top 10, Robert, Slater, King, Daggett, Line, Barry, Xavier, Bradford, Moore, and Roy. Kevin Roy has got him up inside the top 10 position. Nice, solid run for Kevin.
Okay. Kevin normally does good, Will.
Yeah, he's a sleeper most of the time, too. Like, you just got to watch out for him. He's going to pounce late at these, about just after you get past the halfway point. You got to watch him. He's going to be there inside, like, sneaking into the top 10. No doubt about it. So thanks for the pit reporting as well from Campbell about letting us know about running partner or buddy there, Jason Pearson, last season's Thursday night champion, so to speak. He got a speeding penalty, so oh boy.
Yep, but then I guess he didn't go a lap down because he is now right behind Chris Campbell.
Well, no, he didn't. He just got a speeding penalty under the caution stops, Brian.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. So, because we talked to Campbell under caution, remember? Yes. Don't be turning into Camary now. Don't be forgetting things in the middle of the race. That's not cool.
Yeah, you're right.
I know shots fired at Chris Camary out there. If you're listening, watch it. Shots fired. Anyway, I can do that with him, though. Whenever you work with someone for like a year, you get to know them.
I say that's Matthew back in the pits, Will.
Yes, indeed. It's another At this point, it's probably scheduled.
Yeah,
He did it.
Because Brandon's coming down.
Matthew was one of the cars that had to take the wave around to get back on the lead lap. So no surprise that he pits. Roberts pits. They're cutting this in half, Brian, to where they are going to have to make no doubt, two stops, but they're cutting it in half to where they're having to make them, decent, to where, you know what I'm saying.
Caution. Save us a little here. Nice.
Oh, Sean O'Brien and Jason Adams here. Not sure. Oh, also Tyler Myers getting involved in the 9 machine. Oh, that's not Myers. Who is that?
That's Justin.
Myers changed. Oh, there we go. That's Justin. No, that's just as, I was going to say just as bad. Was Justin pulling a Danica and just wanting to be a part of this caution? What happened here? Okay, so Sean O'Brien floats up and Uncle Neckcode rears its ugly head. Because that's, I don't know what else you want to call that. That is Neckcode, because Sean was going to get tight. He was floating up the track. They were, thank you, J.D. O'Brien. Sorry, there's so many O'Briens out there in the world, like there is Will Roberts, who would have known that there. Anyway, so contact's made. He goes up the track. Thank you for correcting me about that. But anyway, contact's made, and then where's Justin in all this? Let's ride on board with Justin, and let's see where his ARCA brakes came in at. And it's okay, Justin. Don't get too upset with me now. I love you, bud. I love everybody here. So, Justin, is this a replay?
Yes. That happened way up there, if you see on the
so it's happening way up here. It's a kind of a blind corner right here because you don't know that there's trucks wrecked unless your spotter, sometimes I know there was a spotter update, but even the AI spotter doesn't really tell you in time when there's a crash. Oh, he gets on his brakes. Oh, Brian. Oh, man. I think if he wouldn't have jumped on the brakes there, Brian, I think he would have been good. Yeah, exactly. Like he jumped on those brakes because he saw O'Brien, J.D. O'Brien, cutting slideways on the track, right? And he's like, oh boy, I've got to not hit him. And hey, I have jumped on brakes and flung cars into hayfields, so I totally understand about jumping on the binders a bit too harshly. Trust me, from experience. So, throwing my own self under the bus there. So, hey, it happens to the best of them, to say the least, right? And
poor Brandon. Every time he pits, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Every time
you're good, yeah.
He always a caution always comes out.
And Phil too. Like he also him, Phil, Mark, and Matt always get stuck a lap down because they pit at the worst times. I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I agree.
Josh was caught in that too.
Yep.
On that pit road ordeal.
Highball.
Yeah. Yes. No, small.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Highball and highball, yeah.
So, really, I mean, they have fast repairs. They can get back out there, but you never want to get caught up in the carnage or that was just close racing. That could have happened to me and you out there, Brian. If how me and you would have always put so much trust in each other to be side by side all the time, how close we used to get to each other. Oh, we get a net code each other all the time whenever I get iRacing. I can just see it now.
Yeah, we would be banging imaginary doors.
A quarter of the people in this race, I would feel comfortable enough to get up alongside and, okay, hey, I'm going to side draft you, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're wrecking. Like, what? I was nowhere near you. And then look back at the replay, and I bet you it's going to be netcode. No doubt about it. But Yeah, look at the difference now. Look at what has happened because of another caution happening during a pit sequence. The complexity of this race has changed. You have Troy, who looked like he was just falling down a cliff, like that one Chris Farley scene, and just couldn't get up, right? Like he's like, I'm just falling, 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 falling.
Is he free?
But yeah, free falling, that too. Like so many songs with the word falling in it. But
Tell you
anyway,
what, Tyler.
yeah, what you
or
telling me?
Anime. He's hanging pretty strong in the top 5.
I mean, you can call him anime. I'm used to calling him Tyler. I'm used to actually calling him Tyler Ortega, but that's why I'm like,
Hey,
whenever you were like, his name, like I also knew his name to be Xavion, but then his last name, I'm like you, don't know, we're not going there. So it almost looks like that cheese, Sargento.
Yes.
But not like Sal. Yeah, like I said, it almost looks like an Italian guy from New York. Yeah. Like it looks like hey, I'm gonna beat you up, eh? Like he's got the most like for. I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry. Anyway.
No, you're good.
I love everybody. I tell you what. So
that pace truck is off.
Everybody here with the wrong number. I love it. But I think that's normally Slater's number, but that was taken. Green flag out here for the, in total, 4th time this evening. 3 terrible towels. Troy Daggett trying to get... No, it's not. Oh, Troy. Troy is dead. Oh, along with a few others here. This is a huge one. This is the big one here at Texas, Brian. This is just big. Troy went down trying to get behind Nathan Line in the 38. He thought he was clear. He was not. And it was on from there.
His truck got sideways.
Oh, is that what happened? His truck yeah. Okay, I see what happened. He hit he hit the bump or right there in the center of 1 and 2. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And just look at everybody trying to put on the binders behind them and just pulling, pretty much adjusting. You could just tell it. No doubt about it. Let's get an aerial view, Brian, from maybe Brandon Moore or somebody. And look at the Gravedigger paint scheme that Robert Amaral's in. So, yeah, see, we're going to see here. I think two things happen here at once. Oh, mighty. Multiple incidences occur. I'm not sure if that's just drivers trying to put the binders on because they see what's happening and they're trying to check up. I think it is, but oh man, so many good trucks here getting involved. Once you get your back end lifted up, Brian, you know, but just as well as I do, that there's nothing really you can do at that point. You're already got your wheel turned, you're already steering, so you're basically just going to get spun out at that point, right? So you're hanging on for dear life. So if you haven't already used a quick fix, yes, sir. If you haven't already used your quick fix, you are pretty much SOL. So what a restart, eh? So
yeah, that was pretty interesting.
Maybe after a couple of laps on this restart, we can do another crank it up per se, or get at least 4 or 5 laps into it, see how it's going to fare. Don't want to do an immediate crank it up, even though we haven't really ever done one of those, have we?
Yeah, we did. We did it before.
Oh, okay. I can't remember. Say, slowly becoming a race of attrition. It has taken a long time. I thought maybe, whenever you first told me, like at the top of the hour, how many trucks we had in practice, and I'm like, oh, okay, nice. And then some more trickled in before closing hour happened in practice before quali. Man, 29. Like I said earlier, almost a full field in today's age in the Craftsman Truck Series, presented with NASCAR and all, one of the 3 national touring series, right? So, I tell you, 29 trucks, 4 cautions at Texas for a full-length truck race. Not bad.
Nope.
Considering, they have at least 2 if you count the stage caution. Anyway, that's just a jab at NASCAR. They wouldn't like that, but me being a racing purist, anytime there's a caution that comes out and you have to neutralize the field, it's a bummer, man. You want to see the car. I don't care what car it is. I don't care what it is.
Anyway.
You don't let. Yes, pace truck is off. Here we go. Back at it again. Lap 91 will be the restart lap. Oh, somebody spun his tires. What's going to happen with him?
Nope, they're good. They saved it.
Yep. Yes, indeed. They kept it going straight. These mile and a halves with the quad oval configuration here on the front straightaways can be so treacherous. Even as we saw last night, Spinner. Mark Berry down on the inside. He was in contention of getting the lucky dog, but I'm not sure if he just had a moment there or got help. You're going to have to get a... Can we get a third... well, maybe this angle. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Oh, I think he got on the binders for Campbell in front of him, maybe. Or maybe he was already out of control, vice versa. And there was a little bit of nudge. There was a little... Oh, excuse me. A little bit of help from Phillip, but Mark, to be honest, it almost looked like Mark was already losing it at that point, though, Brian. But still, a little bit of help, a little bit of helping hand, is just to help Mark come the rest of the way around, so to speak. And then, man, there was some argy-bargy there between Roberts and Kim. They're having a barroom brawl. So, a lot to unfold, a lot to unpack right there. And 5th caution of the evening, now it's getting into that territory of, all right, well, I mean, it's still okay, but a lot of cars, a lot of trucks still trapped a lap down that you thought shouldn't, maybe, hey, you thought would be in the top 5, but just having sprinkled periodic cautions during green flag scheduled pit stops, that'll do it to you. Yes, one of the drivers now getting their lap back. I believe that was Myers in Cheetos machine in the 77 Cheetos. So Slater, Line, Jason, Big Dog Pearson in the 13 and 3rd position. Xavier in the 88 machine is in 4th. Pete Woodrum at 5th. That's the top 5 rundown. Christopher Campbell in the 68 is in 6th. Bearded Bear Customs machine. Kim in the 138 machine is in 8th. Will Roberts is in 9th. And Paul Lawson in the 42 is in 10th position. Cameron Smith is in 11th. Dave Barry 12th, Kevin Roy, 13th. Tyler Myers back in the lead lap in 14th, but he will have to start at the tail end of the field. At least more than likely. So that is the trucks currently on the lead lap at this time. 93 laps cycled. and complete here. The lights be flickering. So, like Brian has stated, Bristol Motor Speedway next week for the BNR Truck Series, as these truckers will take on world's fastest half mile. Those high banks, 32 degrees of banking, I believe, or 28 degrees. Without having to do the Crystal Wiki at the moment. Let's just say 28 degrees at the moment without having to do the wiki. But, yeah, those high banks at Bristol is amazing. So can't wait for that next week. Who's going to be the victor. So many trucks are always, so many drivers normally can have a good, decent
Sorry, I had a phone call.
run at it. You were all good. Just talking about next week's race at Bristol, Brian. What
Bristol's
to look
gonna be a
forward
doozy.
to.
It's going to be
Yep.
a slobber
Especially, if we have 25 plus trucks show up for Bristol, it's going to be a heck of a race. So we getting doubled up, lined up, ready to go here. 96, lap 96, we will get the restart. Getting done working the fifth caution of the evening. Closing in on 30 laps to go. We got 38 laps to go at the stripe.
The problem is everybody is, at least from what I see, everybody's got those fresh figures, so they just want to send it into the turn. And with, how cool the track is, you got to build your tires up to the heat.
Exactly. To build that heat up into the rubber, up to performance temperature, optimal performance temperature. You got to ease it going. You can't, like you said, you can't sling it into the corner. You can't power train it in there. So, like I said, Slater in line up here on the front row on this restart. Who's it going to be barreling into turn one? I was right. That is an M&M's Elliott Sadler paint scheme. The more and more I look at it, the more and more I get PTSD. So here we go. Green flag back out in the air. Nathan Line does not get going. Spins his tires on the outside line. There is Lane. I think it was his first name later. He actually dipped his left front in the grassy knoll. He's going to lose a lot of momentum and a lot of spots here in the 81 machine. So, like you said, there's a lot of drivers that are out of position, so to speak, and they're off kiltered. I think somebody got a penalty or something because Dave Barry is in the pits along with the 81.
I wonder what happened.
Not 100% sure, but closing in on that 30 to go mark. Will Roberts trying to barrel back up through the top five. He's in fourth position. Closing in on Nathan Line. And that battle for second. Nathan and Jason.
See the 14-man dipper down there on that white line. Almost upset that truck a little bit. With Kim behind him of Taylor. And that 138. Yeah, 138. You see Robert Amaral way up there on the outside trying to find that grip wheel. Oh, Taylor almost got to the quarter of that 14 machine wheel.
Heck of a battle back here. It's not for position.
Go Dad Go, first place. Yep, there he is. In 14, getting chased down by Nathan Line and Will Roberts on top of Jason Pearson there.
J.D. O'Brien out there, gets back out there after being involved in an incident or two, but nevertheless back out there, 11 laps down. Up here, though, battling for the lead, we have Slaughter up here. Oh, my bad, Slater. I called him Slaughter. He is slaughtering the field at the moment between the battle. It's not really a battle because I believe Roberts has fresh tires going around the outside of Nathan Line in that 38 truck. But another caution is out. This is going to be the 7th caution of the night, I believe. Oh!
Ooh.
We got end on the tail end of that. We're going to have to rewind, Brian, as Budweiser on Budweiser crime happens after the incident. Oh, Justin got loose or something happened. We gotta get on Justin because Justin has a moment coming out of turn 4, and Bradford comes out of nowhere. You got to rewind that a little bit more, and yeah, Bradford tries to go all the way to the wall to avoid Justin, but nowhere to go as the track runs out of real estate here.
No, I think Justin, he was just trying to stay out the way. And unfortunately, when they're coming that quick, there's really nowhere for you.
Oh, he straddled the apron too much, and that got the truck upset. And he, like you said, he was just trying to stay out the way. And the closing rates and the closing speeds. And, oh, Troy Daggett, defending champion, swallowed up in the carnage here. Oh, man. That's his second truck. That's so that's his quick repair. Gone down the tubes, gone down the drains. That's what happens when something that you have to recover back from, when you get put on the back foot. Oh, my goodness. Everybody pits but Xavier and Christopher Campbell. So Tyler and Campbell staying out. And along with Tyler Myers, this water break is brought to you by water. Everybody should be good to go now on fuel. Nobody should have any complaints whatsoever because, well, except for the drivers that stayed out here, the top 3, Xavier, Christopher, and Tyler, are Tyler, and Campbell.
Yeah, so he's going to
what a heck of a race this has turned out to be, Like I said earlier, when you're out there logging laps,
yeah, Troy, very unfortunate. Just happens. It's lap cars trying to stay out the way, and unfortunately, that's Texas. I mean, they're really like that one year, the All-Star race, where I think Kyle Busch hit the back of what's-his-face and he launched. Just trying to stay out the way. It's a pain, but well, unfortunately, it's Bristol next week, so.
So, wait, so the pronunciation is Slaughter?
No. He was, I guess his kid was making How funny to you.
Pit stops happened here under the sixth
Slide
caution.
turn.
That's what?
I want to say
It's
slag turd.
no, it's Slater.
Well, there you go.
I don't.
We'll have to get the pronunciation if he's up there.
Yes, until we hear verbal confirmation, let's not jump to
Conclusions here.
yes. But until then, let's if it's not broke, let's not try to fix it right now. Anyway, that's why we're not calling.
Your father is sitting P5. Pit stops did happen. He did come down to the pits. So
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Well, his son asked not anymore
Yeah.
what's going on. So he relinquished.
Pit stop. Yeah. Pit stops happened, and there are a few people that stayed out, and he is currently in 5th position. So that kind of happens from time to time.
But
Others feel the need to stay out. Others pit. We're going to have 28, 27. I'll get it right in a minute. Laps to go when we go back green.
your father does have the speed, so I'm sure he would get up.
Yeah,
there
he's been
no
in the top. Yeah, he's been in the top 5, top 7 all night. I can't remember where he qualified, but I'm pretty sure it's in the top 7.
Yeah, he was in the top 10. I can let you know right now.
Oh, thank you, because whenever you do the ride along, I wish it showed position, but it
He
doesn't.
lost 3 spots. So he started second.
Oh, okay, he started second. My bad.
Yes, because it was Phillip, then him. Pace truck is off, so Xavier and Tyler Ortega, whatever you want to call them, will has the
Green
go
flag.
on the green.
Was the Sadler impersonator? Good restart that time by pretty much everybody. I didn't really see no faults or wheel slippage too badly there. Campbell's going to run way wide, though. This is going to give a good opportunity to Roberts as he barrels on through, looking to the low side. So, about 3 wide, a little bit further on back for 5th position.
I'll tell you right now, they're probably not done yet. Well, with the way they're going at it.
How many green light checkers do you allow? 1, 2, 3, 5? You just love
Just like last year.
torturing me. Oh, whoops. Okay.
Everything's the same thing. The only difference was the fuel was 75 instead of 80.
That's why it wasn't like 45%, 40 to 45 laps of fuel like it was last year at a mile and a half.
Got a bunch of hungry drivers back here. They want to get their first win, but 19 races left. It's quite a long season. So, easy.
Yes, sir. Easy does it. There's plenty of time. Grab a W or get some good finishes going. Lots of contact going on a little bit further back, you see. So some drivers still had their fast repair left, so they took it.
Anyway,
And
we're
they're trying to
24
make-
laps to go.
Yes, 24 laps to go. Lead change. Battle for the lead occurring.
No.
God.
Oh, Pete Woodrum. What happens here? I'm going to see it happen real time on the stream, looking at it now. Oh, Lane and Woodrum. Lane comes down, I think, to maybe get in behind Woodrum and just completely just hooks him, Brian. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
That looked a little bit
Hey.
net Cody-ish, maybe. Hard to tell. Absolutely does. It absolutely. That's why not saying that this one's at fault. That one is. We don't know. We just do what we do here and base it off of what we see. Unfortunately, so.
Pete was having a good run going, too, and then just, like I said, I just think there was a misjudgment there by the 81. And that'll happen to you because different lift points going into turn 1 and 2. Like I said, it's very different from 3 and 4, so you have to back that corner up, and you have to attack it at different angles, so to speak. So,
Something like
driver.
and Xavier comes down to the pits.
So, perfect time maybe right now to put that final set of tires you've been waiting to have on right now, Brian. I would think right now would be the time to do it. Going to have about either 20, looking about, I'm going to say 19, 18 laps to go. It's probably 19 to go when we get the green flag.
Yep.
So, let's pull up. Jason Pearson in that 1382, Big Dogs Gaming Chevrolet Silverado GMC. I'm just kidding, that's the pace truck. So, Jason, how you doing tonight, bud?
What's up, brother? Doing pretty good.
Yes, sir. So, a lot of carnage out here, but it's been sprinkled all throughout this race, this 200-mile event here at Texas. You think you finally got yourself in the right position to maybe snag the dub?
That's what we've been working on all race. I think there's a lot of people's really pushing it here at the starts, and it's really melting them tires off. I think it's whoever saves the tires the most is going to come out at the end.
Yes, it's truly looking that way, and it almost looks like some drivers have really been trying to save a set for this exact moment. Do you have a set left?
No, I done took mine, but I've only got like 6 or 7 laps on them.
Right. So if we don't talk to you later, best of luck to you tonight, Jason. Thanks for talking to us.
I appreciate it, fellas. Y'all doing a great job up there.
Thank you. Hopefully, to be talking to you more later on this season, too.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
No problem, buddy. Have a good race.
Thank you.
So getting done working, or about to be done working our 7th caution here. That was Jason Pearson. Last season's Thursday night winner there from the default or fixed side of things on the Thursday night Thunder or Thursday night Madness or Thursday night, whatever you want to call it, on Thursdays. So in the BNR side of things, BNR champion on Thursdays, like I said. So, who else could we snag here? Cameron, let's pull old Cameron down here. Let's grab old Cameron. Hello. So, lots of carnage sprinkled throughout, like I said, with Jason. But what's your take on tonight's race? You've been trying out the walls.
Yeah, I've missed the wall for the most part, but
For the most part.
definitely having some fun out here. Wish we could stay green. I do have a good truck. I just don't know what I can do with it yet.
Right. So you qualified inside the top 10. You think you can hopefully finish in the top 10?
I think we can, yeah. I think I've got a good enough piece to finish in the top 10. I just got to take care of my tires and run the last 20 laps or so like I've been running the rest of the race and just kind of keep up with these guys.
Well, Cameron, best of luck to you. Lights are out on that pace track. You're getting double fouled there. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Not like he had much of a choice. I mean, he does. You know, you don't have to talk, but
He came a
Anyhow.
long ways. He's a lot more calmer.
Yeah.
So now he
Agreed.
just does it to have fun now. He just comes out, races. And that's what league racing's all about. I mean, tempers are going to flare. People are going to get heated. It's the first race. You have literally 19, and I'm going to say it again, 19 races left. Y'all might have a couple of bad races. Next week's going to be a humdinger, as Will likes to say. So, you think this is carnage?
Yeah, just wait till Bristol or later, till we get later on throughout the season. Slater, line, that's the front row. Campbell and Pearson, Roy and Smith. Those are the three rows to start us off here. What's going to happen when the flag waves? Rolling up through the gears here. Pretty even Stevens restart again. Love to see it. Challenging into turn one as the front row. Oh, Campbell goes wide again. He's just not able to cut the corner like he needs. Like I talked about at the top of the show, you got to be able to try to do that. If not, you're just not going to have a good 1 and 2. Roberts trying to work his way back through the field again as a battle for the lead ensues. Line trying to go low on Slater. My apologies. Sergeant Slaughter in the house apparently. Any of those wrestling fans that could be out there. I know it's not just me and Brian. So Roberts looking low now on Campbell, trying to bring Kevin Roy in the 31 through.
That he is. 16 laps to go. You see Cameron
Roberts
trying to
still-
throw his name into that mix. Sorry, Will.
No, you're good. Yes, indeed. Cameron, like he said, he was hoping for at least a top 5, more than a top 10. So here comes Kevin Roy. Kevin Roy, I really feel like he's another David Pearson-esque driver, Kelly Yarborough type that just really shows up at the end of these races, like I talked about earlier. That battle for the lead is really brewing. You have Slater out here on the outside, trying to hang tough on the outside. Roberts just clipped the apron going into turn 3, but holding station right behind Nathan Line. Cameron Smith and Pearson follows in suit. Kevin Roy, Tyler Myers. Then you have Kim. 3 wide for the lead. Then they get it back to side by side. Almost looks like Atlanta racing here. You have 2 lanes of traffic, 2 rows deep for 3. My apologies. Now they're back to just, carnage off of turn number 4. You have the 2 of Philip Bridgman and the 41 of Highball, I do believe.
Yeah, there, bud.
That was synchronized spinning and synchronized stopping. That was great. I applaud those boys. That was pretty good. But that was Philip and Highball. So I guess we see here Philip is getting a little loosey-goosey there on that.
Oh, yeah. I think he might have crossed up against, he slung it down in there. He threw it into 3 for all she got, Captain. And maybe a little bit of net code and just Cummins together there between him and Barry, Mark Barry in the 25, but nevertheless, slid across the bow of the 25 up into the wall, and innocent bystander Highball nowhere to go, and oh man, almost climbs over the top, does kind of over the hood, does a Dukes of Hazzard impersonation. The front of the 41 does
Watch them come
of the
stomp
two.
together. Like they
Yeah, they
will.
will here.
They both spun like that. Good job on everybody missing highball. Ready? And they come to a stop at the same time. Look at that.
Great. Some great hard racing here at Texas. I mean, yeah, we've had the cautions, but also just great racing. Um,
That's all it is. I mean,
contact
it's
contact will
tough.
get made. I always say whenever you have, a full body race car, expect some type of a contact. And we've had less than 10 cautions. I know it's closing in on 10. 8 cautions, but for 29 people, I know a few of them are out of this race, yes, and a good portion of them are a lap down. If you're just tuning in now, you would understand why if you've been here the entire time. But some carnage, some wrecks have occurred. It slowly became a race of attrition. It took it a good minute, but it happened. And yeah, we have really seen it all unfolding here this evening.
Oh, I guess Cameron pitted. So Robert's got the lead from the 16. So 16 will start in third. See if those two can get a good restart when they come around next time. So I would say overall pretty good race.
Pretty much to be expected, I feel like, with this many people in Texas and all. Like, great race with the racing that we have seen, Yeah, we've had one or two people kind of pull away, but we have had more than 2 leaders.
Yes, we have. I think they'll come take the green 8 to go.
That's what it's looking like, Brian. So, in the meantime, let's see who we can pull up and talk to. Ernest King, everybody. Looks like he is the next victim on The Price is Right. I spot him. Ryan tries to pick him. It's like trying to find a good watermelon. Hey, Ernie, how you doing? It's Bert.
What's up?
Oh, just chilling, watching you guys go round and round. So, first race of the season. How's it feels?
Oh no, it's been a battle for me. We pitted under green. I got caught a lap down.
Right.
Will kind of got lucky there, and he was.
Didn't I?
Pass. Yeah, and I'm just trying to work my way back. Hopefully, I'll be talking to you guys at the finish of the race here. I got a few spots to gain, and we'll see you then.
All right. Well, see you then, Ernie.
Yes, sir.
Up and away. So, Ernie, yes, Ernie. Ernest King, everybody. In the 24 truck, teammates are affiliated with Roberts and a couple of other people. So, rolling, getting done with this 8th caution. Do we see green, white, checkered territory? Do we not? Who's going to be the winner of this race? Anybody really in the top 5, I feel like, can win this race. And if the top 5 take them all out, then could be Myers backing into another win. So It's all to see here in the closing laps here at the Texas 200 and the BNR opening race for the BNR Truck Series. All right, I put my shoes on just in case I got to stand up. You never know. Edge of the seat moments. Pace truck peels off. Lights are out. Here we go. Rolling.
Green flag.
Will Roberts has the lead. He is the control, but he's going to maybe spin or not really get going there. A little bit of just chug a lug on that inside lane. So a bit of an even keeled start, just like the last 2 or 3 as we've seen. So, but Campbell getting sideways, and he's going to save it, but Lane gets, this is carnage, absolutely mayhem down the back straightaway. I don't think a caution's going to come out for this. I don't think a caution is going to come out for that, Brian. So, we're still green. We are still green. Unfortunate what happened to Brother Dave, but, and also John O'Brien. J.D. O'Brien. I mean, his name is John, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to get his name right eventually tonight after calling a whole season, or almost a whole year with Sean over there with AMS. So.
And look who's in third.
Yes, Kevin Roy is in third at this moment in time. The sleeper of them all. So. But he gets a little bit tight coming out of turn 2, Brian. Oh, my. But he's still there. He's still there. Everybody still within earshot, buckshot range. Here we go. Now, let's not forget about Xavier. He's back here in the 88 and 9th position. He's got some fresh rubber, trying to make up as much ground as possible in the time allowed. 5 laps to go here at the stripe. Look at him slicing and dicing. He's having to back that corner up, though, at turn 2. Here gets a run. Brandon Morris sticking it 3 wide in the middle. This is definitely that time of the race where you will see 3 wide action. Oh, Brandon clips the apron, but still going. Everybody trying to nip and tuck, but stay off each other at the same time. Good battling back here. 4 laps remaining. They are now ticking away. Ernest, he is. There's only so many people to be inside the top 5, and they all want to be up in the top 5. Back up to the race lead, Brian Roberts, Slater, and Roy, all still within earshot. And they are coming up on the slow, damaged trucks of the Cookie Monster and David. Man, look at this back here. 2 laps remaining here, Brian. 2 laps remaining at the stripe here as they trying to navigate by. Anything can still happen. We have not seen the white flag waving. Brandon Moore, hard charging. Nobody's going to be able to run down the top 3 unless something happens. Let's go to the top 3 now, Brian. Coming to the white flag. Will Roberts has the lead. That's 16 of Slater trying to run him down. Kevin Roy, he is in position if anything could happen. Dominant truck of the evening, Will Roberts. But you got to think that Slater has had a good piece as well. He qualified outside of the pole. Can't quite get there. Here comes the checkered flag to be waving. What a race. Will Roberts gets it done here. And what a mad scramble to the finish to get the top 10 there. Brandon Moore leads them by. Nathan Line rounds out the top 5. Ernest King gets the 6th position. Tyler Kim, Jason Pearson in 8th. Xavier in 9th. Mark Berry 10th. Tyler Myers 11th, Cameron Smith 12th, Pete Woodrum 13th.
Good race at the end. That was very good.
Campbell 14th, Lawson 15th. Those are the trucks left on the lead lap. What a race. What a heck of a finish. Love to see it end under green and no green white checkers needed to be finished. What a great season opener here for the BNR Truck Series here at Texas Motor Speedway, presented by the BNR Racing Network. As Will Roberts burning it down there.
That was good. Well, let's see if we can strangle up these podium
Podium.
finishers here.
Yes, sir.
Boom, boom. All right. Well, we'll see if Kevin gets in. If not, then we'll go ahead with Mike.
Yes, let's go ahead and bring up second place, P2.
Well, let me get my thing here. Sorry. Been slacking. Here we go.
No, you're good.
I'll go ahead and bring up Mr. Mike, the newbie to the league, and Mike, you got
Hey,
a
Mike,
puppy.
got a puppy?
Hey, fellas.
Hey, how do you pronounce your last name for pronunciation wise? You know,
Saloctor.
Oh man,
Yeah.
well, I was butchering it the whole night.
You were
but
off?
now,
Hey, that's all right. Now you
Hey.
know.
Yep. Okay, so pronounce that again, sir.
Slogter.
Slaughter.
Yeah. I always tell people the best way to pronounce it is say the word slaughter, but pronounce the G. You know what I mean? Like enunciate.
Man, so I did say slaughter a couple of times. I actually said you were
Hey.
slaughtering the field at one point. So hey, you know
right.
how? Hey, so Mike, your son was out here watching. So big shout out to your son out there in chat.
Yeah, man. My biggest fan tonight, wasn't he?
Heck yeah, he apparently loves Legos a bit too much. But
Oh, Lord. Don't
hey,
get him going on that.
hey, if I could have a room full of Legos, I tell you what, there would be. But anyway, we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you, man. You are
Yeah.
new to BNR, new to me, new to Brian. So tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us about just this race overall from your point of view.
Well, there ain't much to know, man. I'm just 33-year-old. I live in Minnesota, central Minnesota. I grew up working on dairy farms, real country type of stuff. And yeah, I was introduced to iRacing. Well, it's going on 4 years now.
Hey,
I
just
met
like
some
me.
really good people. Yeah, met some really good people. All my teammates over at Southern E Motorsports, man, they're great. Pete Woodrum, Evan Amick, their guys were running tonight. And I owe those
Pete's a
guys
great
a
guy.
lot. Yeah, he is, man. I owe
That's
him a lot.
awesome.
No. As far as the race, man, it went as good as it could. I mean, there was times, there was kind of some mixed strategies with them cautions. You were wondering, was it going to go green? Were you going to need the tires? You were just wondering. So I'm glad to get out of there with a good finish.
Well, Mike, next week gonna be Bristol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second race of the season. It's a bit of a custom schedule here,
No.
as if you already couldn't tell. So Bristol, what's your thoughts with Bristol?
I do like Bristol. It's one of those tracks. It's like turn 1 and 2 at Texas. You spend just as much time racing that turn in racing the whole track of Bristol as you do racing other people, right? And trying to conserve and trying to do your best. So, as far as me personally, I like short tracks. Looking to have another good run.
All right. Well, Mike Water there. Yes, sir. Like I
All right.
said, my apologies for
Hey,
mispronouncing at the end.
it's not a thing, brother. It's all good.
Well, like I said earlier, I like to get verbal confirmation before, because sometimes you can still get it wrong with like the text pronunciation thing. So,
Oh, yep.
um,
No,
so yes, sir.
no.
But best of luck to you next week at Bristol. Thanks for talking to us. Thanks. You know, good
Yeah,
luck
thank you
as well.
guys. Thank you guys for broadcasting. Thank all the admins, dude, that put BNR together. I'm happy to be here, and it looks like it's going to be a fun season. So thank you guys.
No
Yes, sir.
problem, sir. It's an honor to have you here, and best of luck to you next week at Bristol. And we'll see what you got cooking up there.
All right, appreciate it, Captain.
No
Good to
problem,
see you.
buddy. Yes, sir. All right, Nathan wants to talk, so we'll go ahead and pull Nathan up before we get to. We're going to substitute you for Kevin. So, Mr. Nathan.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Well,
Not
heck of a
much.
race tonight, Nathan, and we're in the thick of it for the latter part of it. You know, you worked your way inside the top 10, then got into the top 5, led a bit of the race here this evening. Tell us about it.
It was a fun night. Started off on the worst end. Ended up missing the grid, but luckily we
Yeah,
had that caution come out quick and was able to throw a set of tires on. And luckily we went green flag there for a full run, so that kind of helped.
yeah, I was kind of wondering why you started from the pit lane.
Well, I had joined and then it kicked me back to the screen. So
Oh, man. So you almost didn't make it at all, bud. So, top 5 stand up, top 5 performance out of almost not being able, man, from being a lap down at one point to basically starting from pit lane, right? And then, man, top 5 evening. So, after you got going, and what did you think of the racing tonight? I thought the racing overall, green flag running and everything was pretty good. How about you?
yeah, I thought it was a great race. A lot of people were driving a little bit too hard into one and just kind of overdriving that a little bit. So that was easy to pick off people from that perspective. But I thought it was pretty good. Nice, clean racing.
Next week's going to be Bristol there, Nathan. What's the anticipation and hopes for Bristol?
I hope to come out with a top 5. I love Bristol. It's one of my favorite tracks.
All right, Nathan, got any final thoughts or shout out to anything before we let you go?
Just shout out to the boys that fueled up. Shout out to you guys up there. Everything you guys do. And shout out to all the sponsors.
Yes, sir. Big night for you guys. Just about almost got inside of that podium. You and Brandon were trying to get there, but man, there was just a big kerfuffle back there for 4th, 5th, 6th. Man, you guys, you were big dogfight in the closing stages there.
Yeah, just lost out on a little bit newer tires. But overall, real happy with the night.
Well, Nathan, hopefully
Hopefully it goes good for you next week. But I'll probably see you Sunday. So.
Yes, sir. I'll see you Sunday.
yes,
sir,
I forgot about Sunday. Yep, see you Sunday, Nathan.
All right, guys. You guys have a great night.
You too.
Yes, sir. And off to the winner now, fellow doppelganger. Hopefully.
Will's twin here. Hello, Will. You can meet Will. How's it going? We'll try it again.
Willie? You don't want me to give the interview, do you, Will?
He must be having mic problems. Hold on. Let's find out here. Unless he probably stepped away for a moment. But I know, even though we tried to talk to him before, and
Well, Lego Man out there in the chat, sorry I was pronouncing your last name wrong, the entire time, even though you were, pronouncing it correct. I should have went with your yes. I appreciate that. Next time I will go with the gut instinct and follow you. My apologies out there. As we'll getting back to you. If not, you can round it up, close it up.
I don't know. Hold on.
We could always get Ernie and he can pretend to be Will, or I could be Will. My name is Will Roberts, just like Will Roberts there. I like that Hendrick car's Kyle Larson paint scheme on a truck. Me being a Larson fanboy and all.
Hold on, let me see if I got it. We'll try this now. You got us, Will.
Hey, Will. William. It's weird saying my own name.
Don't know. Hold on. Let me see, Ernie. Hey, does this headset work?
Yeah, he's talking to me right now. He must be but you can pull him in now. He's down in the waiting room.
Alright, hold on. Whoa, you got a copy. Well. Hold on. We might have to go like this.
Do you have him muted or something?
I do not. We're probably going to have to shimmy down here. Hold on.
Get to you. I can hear you.
There we go. Now we got in here.
I don't know.
Alright, hold on, Ernie. I got to move you real quick. Alright.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're absolutely fine. That's weird.
I don't.
I have to fix it. I'll figure it out. Anyway, well, go ahead.
Yes, we were talking to you the entire time. Yeah. Anyway, so not really utter domination like we've seen before in the past from you, but darn near tooting close to it, but not quite. You had Mike up here, like, just, rootin' tootin', trying to do something to you. Tell us about it, man. We had some sprinkled in cautions while people were trying to make pit stops and this and that and the other. What was all of your opinions, Will?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what got me back behind, because I feel like I had a pretty good lead and then made the pit stop and I got caught a lap down. So that made it a lot of fun. But honestly, the cautions after that one ended up working out for me. So yeah, just passed a lot of cars. It was a lot of fun though. Yeah, Mike was really strong up there. He was tough for sure. So glad to get one for Hartman Motorsports. So. Good way to start.
No longer affiliated with RKR or whatever they are. Or?
For this, yeah, we are. But this league, we're Hartman in honor of Ernie's mom, his late mom.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Oh, yeah, 10-4. Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha. So. I didn't know that. My bad.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
I mean, I didn't know that there was a name change for BNR. Anyway,
no worries at all.
So. Bristol's next week there, Will. How do you think? I mean, I normally I thought it was a good track. How about you? Do you like Bristol?
I mean, I like it. It's fun. I'm generally not too great there, but
yeah.
We'll see. I mean, I'll put some practice in and see if I can figure out how to do the long run. I can go fast. It's the long run that usually kind of beats me, but we'll give it a go.
Why do I feel like literally all the William Roberts are literally all the same? We're good at mile and a halves. We don't mind short tracks. Like, we'll show up to them, but it's like, yeah, we can be fast if we need to be, but it's like, I'd rather have a mile and a half, right?
Yeah, I would bet, if I was betting on me next week, I would bet on me to qualify probably better than I finish, but we'll see. We'll give it a go.
Final thoughts, shout-outs, right?
Yeah.
Final thoughts, shout-outs, anything, Will, before we let you go?
Yeah, I mean, just to you guys and all that, appreciate it, and the league. That was a good start tonight. That was a lot of fun. So
It
hopefully everybody
was.
comes back out. Yeah, that was a good field too. It's a lot more fun when the more cars there are.
I agree. That's my motto too.
Yeah, for
Man,
sure.
who would have thought all the wheels do think alike? So, holler back at you next week there, pal, old buddy,
Yeah.
old. I feel like I've known you forever.
Old,
So,
old, old doppelganger via name.
right,
Yeah,
right,
he's been
right.
saying that a lot.
So,
It's funny because there's another league we do on Monday, and there's another Will Roberts in there.
yeah, yeah. And we literally have the same emotion. It's like, hey, we're glad to be here.
Yeah, he's like,
Right.
yeah, it's fun winning. We'll see you next week.
Right. But yeah, Will. So yeah, catch you next week at Bristol. So any more shout outs? Anything else you'd like to add before we finally go?
No, I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna go eat. But I appreciate it.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. Later.
See you guys.
Right. But anyway,
All right,
yep.
well, we should close it out now before other people join in, and then we just get caught up in other things.
And talking forever. Yep. I mean, we could always talk to Brandon. He finished fourth. What a heck of I'm just kidding. So, yes, what a heck of a race next
We're
week.
not on restriction over here, so.
We will be in Bristol. Yeah, we can turn this into an all-night podcast. Anyway, Kevin Roy, what an outstanding. Give him another shout-out. Kevin Roy finishing on the podium positions here in third position. Another look at the unofficial results here. I say unofficial because admin duties and all that other hoop and nanny. Anyway, so thank each and every one of the drivers for coming out, being a part of the BNR season opener here for the BNR Truck Series, and all the fans coming out, being a part of it, whether it's live or playback. Love to have you. Until then, next week, Bristol for the second round of the BNR Truck Series season. Want to wish each and every one of you a wonderful and safe